Hello, and welcome to Bees and Tea Stitching. I'm your host, Sebastian. Today, we, at least for right now, do have Selena up here joining us. So, welcome to anybody who's new. I know we do have a few new people coming in. Welcome back to anybody who has watched me before. I always appreciate it. Also, before I forget to do this, because I will forget, right now I'm at 399 subscribers. So, I would love to do a giveaway for 400. So if there's anybody out there who maybe has been watching but hasn't really subscribed, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is it just tells you when a new one has gone up. So if anybody would like to be that number 400, maybe I could do a giveaway next week. Maybe. So anyway, we'll see how that works. But yeah, thank you for all the new people who have come by. I know some of them are from the Yellow Springs retreat. I think a couple maybe from a couple of Zooms that I do. So welcome to you guys. Appreciate it. All right, so this is my floss tube. So I'll talk about stitching and haul and probably my cat. Yes, my cat. Just general type of stuff. Um, so usually I do. Well, I'll tell you, like for the people who are new. So what I'll usually do is, my little intro like that. Give you real quick little kind of life update if anything's happening. Which honestly, it's not really this week. Um, and then I'll do some comments. I always love comments. So I respond to every single one. Um, and then after the comments, then we'll get to the good stuff, the stitching. So I'll do the stitching, any haul, and then I'll do some of the weeks. So I have some stuff I do every week. That's pretty much how that goes. I don't think this week's going to be very long. I do have some stuff to show, but I don't really have a whole lot of stitching. So we'll see. Oh, also, I always have, well, except for one or two exceptions, I do always have a tea that I'm drinking while I am doing the video. So this week is Stash Double Bergamot. I just decided that I wanted to do something nice and simple, and it'd be easier if I had there we go, had the actual handle the right direction. So, mm, good stuff. This is my Taz mug. I have had this since the early 90s. 92, 93, something like that. So I think since I was in high school. So yeah, that is definitely my oldest mug, and it's not a particularly large mug, so but it's still one of my favorites. But yeah, so there you go, my Taz mug. Because I mean, who didn't like Taz in the '90s? He was kind of a thing. So yeah, so as for life updates, nothing really exciting. I do, with a couple of exceptions, obviously. Every Saturday, go to my LNS, my local needlework store, which is only about 10 minutes away. And this week we are doing finishes for the retreat that we had about 3, 4 weeks ago, something like that. Um, if you want to go back a few weeks, I talk about the local retreat that we did. Actually, no, I think it was longer. I think it was a couple of months ago. Now that I think about it, it was a Christmas themed retreat. So I have a lot of smalls. There's going to be one that's going to be finished on a sled. There's going to be one that's going to be finished in a little box. There's a round finish. So I think it's going to be a hoop. And I don't remember what the fourth one is. What is the fourth one? There's the snowflakes in the box. The red on the sled. The round one in the hoop. Oh, the last one is the little cardinal. I don't remember. Oh, I think it's being finished on one of those little wooden things. Um, so it'll kind of be an ornament as well as the sled will. So as soon and again, if you go back a couple weeks, I did show the finishes there. So hopefully, maybe next week I'll have some FFOs. That'd be really cool. So yeah, I don't know how much I'm gonna get done in the, what, like 5 hours I'm there. I guess actually it'd be more like 6 hours, 6 or 7 hours, but we'll see. I've got pretty much all the finishing stuff I need. I think she's gonna have some stuff for us to kind of, the tools and stuff for us to kind of finish it up, and yeah, so that should be fun. So hopefully I can get all four of those finished. It's a decent chance that at least one of those might be a Christmas gift if I can get them finished. So we'll see. Yeah. So that's really about it for real, kind of real life goings on. Um, so I've got that going on Saturday. Hopefully, we'll have 400, um, uh, 400 subscribers, so I can do something cool next week. Um, because of my husband working in retail, we actually have our tree up already because this this past week when he had 2 days off was really the best time he's going to have any time to actually do it. So the tree's already up. Um, we haven't done anything outside yet. Obviously, that can be done, another week. But yeah, it's kind of nice to have. And you can't see them. I need to drop my shoulder. Darn it. I can't do it. Sorry. I'm trying to wiggle, but behind me, if I duck, I can't even duck that far. I have a little Disney village that we got for a very cheap price, and so I will probably have to end up doing a little video of that because it's really cute. Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and go to the comments. I don't want this to ramble on too long here. Like I said, I read every single one. I respond to every single one. I love for anybody to give me comments, even if it's just a hello. Constructive criticism, something you like, something you don't like, something you want to see more of or less of. You know, please just tell me. So D's 23 stitches. Sorry, D's 20 stitches. Wow. Sorry. I, for one, am excited about ukulele updates. Yeah, so I have a uke. I have a thing that I go to in September, and I want to learn at least maybe a couple of songs by the time I go to that convention in next September. So I've got some time, but I need to start getting on it. So yeah. So now I have their expectations to live up to. So I need to buckle down and get working on that. Katie James says, longtime viewer, first time commenter. Thank you for watching and for commenting. I appreciate it. I was typing up something about Dark Store books and comics. This is so I went to a retreat 3 weeks ago, I think, 2 weeks ago maybe, in Yellow Springs, Ohio, called Stitching the Springs, and so it was a really adorable little downtown, and one of the places was a comic book slash used, well, not all used and new bookstore, and so yeah, that's what they're talking about here. um oh, I vote for showing your book and comic haul. I will. I will show you what I bought for myself. um Actually, yeah, I'll do that in a minute. I'll do that under haul. Just in case my husband actually finds this video, I don't think he will, but just in case, I'm not going to show what I got for him. Although, honestly, it's not really a big deal. Yellow Springs is a great town. I used to go there every year when I was in college. It is a really cute little town. Anybody, I think I might have said this before. I don't remember. Anybody who's familiar with kind of my part of the U.S., if you've ever been to Asheville, North Carolina, it's a lot like that. It's very kind of artsy and liberal and kind of, I don't want to say totally. I don't really want to say hippie, but maybe a little bit hippie. Um, and so it's that kind of town. It's really really cool. Um, yeah, it's definitely, if you're in that area, it's definitely worth going to visit. There's a great farm called Young's Jersey Dairy. Yeah, I did not actually go to Jersey Dairy. There was kind of supposed to be um, like a little field trip while we were sewing, but I don't think anybody really wanted to stop stitching to go. So I'm hoping maybe I'll get to see it next year. That's what I'm kind of hoping for. Also, Beaver Creek Pizza Dive is my top pizza places. I did not go there. I hadn't heard about it. Maybe next fall. I am planning to go next fall, so I'll have other stuff I can plan, I suppose. Yeah, so that's cool. I definitely can't wait to go back. It was very fun. Sheila Humphrey Morris said, "Hi, I finally found the time to watch your Floss too. Hi. It was my pleasure to sit with you at the retreat. I don't remember if it was you or Kim who invited me to sit. I don't remember. I think we were kind of all sort of encouraging you to sit at our table. So I don't know that it was any one person really. Especially enjoyed meeting everyone and kept me laughing. Thank you for remembering me. Can't wait till next year's fall retreat. Save me a seat. Yeah, you were great. I'm glad you got to sit with us, and you everybody really got along, so we all really meshed well, which was nice. So you know, um, that was always cool. So yes, I will save you a seat, Candy. There's a joke there. So I think I talked about it last week. Um, Vicky Stitch and Button came up to Sheila because she thought Sheila was Candy, who was another person who was who was at the retreat. So me especially just kept calling Sheila Candy all weekend. So hopefully she seemed to be good natured about it. So hopefully she doesn't mind. If you do, I'm sorry, but I thought it was kind of funny though. Katie James actually responded again. I didn't notice this was the same person twice. Thank you for talking about the retreat. Introduced me to a new shop retreat I hadn't heard about. Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you're in that area, but I definitely recommend the retreat. It's small, which is nice. Um, it's and Yellow Springs is really pretty. There's lots of stuff to do. You're about an hour away from Cincinnati, which is nice. So if you want to go down to Keepsakes, you can. Um, it's a bit of a trip, but it's definitely doable, and there's all the good stuff around there. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Marumi Craft says, "Love your move forward and love finish. Beautiful. Sounds like you had a lot of fun at the retreat. I did have a lot of fun at the retreat, absolutely. And it was kind of, I actually finished Move Forward and Love at the retreat. And I did show it when I came back as a finish. So it was almost sad finishing it because I've been working on it since June. I started it June the 1st for Pride Month. I really wanted to get it done in June, but that soon was like, no, it's not gonna happen. So, um, it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I love how it looks, and I really want to find a place to put it up. As you can tell from what you can see in my house, there's not really a whole lot of room. But I really want to find a frame for it and do something nice with it. Isn't that right, Selena? You're just sitting over there being cool. But yeah, so yeah, that was very cool. Barbara Dragonfly said, "Love the otter bag, so very pretty." So yeah, again, I showed this in Hall after the retreat. It was a smaller project bag, maybe I don't know, maybe 8 by 6, something thereabouts. Maybe 8 by 8. It's fairly small, maybe smaller than that. But it had an otter on it. I'm like, this it just like meant to be because, even though my name is B's and T's, otters are my real true obsession. Um, so yeah. But I found that and I was like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I grabbed that right away. There was no hesitation. Um, I would enjoy seeing the stuff you got. So yeah, I'm gonna show that in a minute. I never heard of Bucky's, so I checked, and we do have some in my state. Yeah, so Bucky's, I don't know, and I don't know where you live. Um, I know they're fairly prevalent in the South and in the East in general. I don't know how far west they go, but they are definitely expanding. I think I talked about this, the fact that we're getting one about maybe 45 minutes away from us. That's not for a couple more years though. And we have one that is on like the other side of the state, um, somewhere on the coast. I forget where exactly, which is nowhere close to us. The one in Tennessee is actually closer than the other one in South Carolina. Go figure on that one. But yeah. So yeah, the thing is, they're really cool. The gas tends to be cheaper than the other places around it, and they have a really good selection of food. I highly recommend the. Really, any flavor of the fudge is really good. But getting in and out is kind of a pain in the ass. That's really the only minor. That's really the only bad part about it. It's always busy, so finding um, a gas spot can sometimes have to travel down a little bit. There's like literally hundreds of gas spots, maybe 100 or something. So you will find a spot to park your car, but you just may have to go down a little bit, and then you have to the foot traffic in the store. But honestly, if that's the worst thing you can say about a store, eh, not that bad. Um, oh, the Webster link is really interesting. I'm glad you shared that one. So that was last week. I shared a link from the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and it's a list of some of the words that were introduced into the dictionary in that year. So I was looking back in '75, and I don't remember what some of them were, but it was really cool. The thing is, I was like going back. It like goes back hundreds of years. I mean, like 14, 1500s, maybe even further back than that. So it's really cool, and it is absolutely a time sink. But it is fun, and if you want to see it, then just go to my last video, and the link will be down in the in the description there. So, but don't blame me if you spend hours on it. I warned you. Got it? Okay, good. All right, and finally, Devi Sisk says, "Sounds like a fun retreat. It was. Love the new stitch and button bags. Yeah, I love all of her stuff. This is one actually. Um, so for my Egyptian themed one, they're really well made. I love her little charms that she puts on there. Um, I love the fabric patterns that she has. They're just really good bags. And the prices are really good. I want to say I believe it's 30 plus shipping, obviously, for like this size of bag, which you can put I believe this is an 11 by 11. I believe you could put an 11 by 11 in there. It's going to be a little small. Maybe it's an 8 by 8. I forget. But I think you can put 11 by 11, but it's not a whole lot of extra room. But they're nice and big size, so they're definitely worth it. Let's see. Oh, now that the Move Forward and In Love is done, you can throw some stitches in the Betty White or Frosted Pumpkin Mystery Stitch. Yes. I need to work on those, and honestly, keep bugging me about that because I really need to start working on those again. Especially that Frosted Pumpkin one. I mean, it's really easy. There's really no reason for me not to work on it. Weirdly enough, because I'm not actually a big fan of stitching Christmas stuff, even though, I did those little things for the retreat. Um, I have actually been working on this one right here, which is the Christmas Bells sampler. Yeah, Christmas Bell sampler by Heartstring Samplery. And I don't know why that has just like totally become my obsession lately. And I don't know why. I mean, I really, really doubt I can finish it before Christmas because it's a pretty good size. But I'm gonna work on it. So, and I mean, even if I did finish it by Christmas, it's not for anybody. I'm just doing it because I really like the pattern. So there you go. I had a favorite cup, and since it broke, nothing is compared to it. Yeah, I know. I think I talked about I think it was last week, I talked about my favorite bee mug, which I think I was using last week, so obviously it's still dirty. Um, and if anything were to happen to that, I would just be really upset. If anything happened to this um, Taz mug, I would definitely be upset as well, just because I don't really know that either of these are replaceable. So both of them are old. The bee one's not that old. Um, I don't know. I've had it maybe 5, 6 years, I guess. Maybe not even that long. That one I've had for a very long time. I know people who aren't as old as that mug. So, yeah. But, yeah. So that is, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I hate it when the cup breaks. I've had it happen before, and it sucks. But what can you really do? Yeah. So that is the comments. We're not doing too badly on time. So I will go ahead, put this off to the side here, and get to the stitching, of course, which is the good stuff. So there's no starts, although honestly, I've been kind of feeling a start. I don't know what yet. So who knows? That might happen soon. I've been kind of jonesing for one. I guess maybe ever since I finished the Move Forward in Love, but you know. I do have a couple of mill hills that I could do that wouldn't take too long, so maybe. I think mostly, yeah, mostly they're Halloween related, although I think I might have one. I think I have a Christmas pickle, and I think I also have a kind of bee one, which I guess is more summery. So, I don't know, maybe I'll start something small. We'll see. But yeah, so that's that. So no starts, no finishes, no FFOs yet. Like I said, I'm hoping to get some next week. I have only worked on two things this week, so um, this probably won't take too long. But let me go ahead and start showing you here. And once again, this is in the awesome stitch and button bag. So this is, if I can find it, there it is. Oh yeah, also, I talked about Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery last week. Um, so the other long dog did come in. Is it Conundrum? I forget what the name was. Something like that. It was like Conundrum or Decisions or something like that. I forget. It's the one that has the 9 squares, but you've got like 15 things that you can put in there. So you kind of have to decide what you want to put where. Um, sorry, I don't remember what his name was. Um, but I did order that, so it is winging its way to me from Ohio to South Carolina. So I will probably have that to show next week. Um, it might end up being a New Year, New Start. I don't know, maybe. I don't know that I really need to have two long dogs going at the same time, but meh, you know. And if you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, after I came back from the retreat, I showed you that really pretty blue and brown fabric, blue and brown thread that I got at the retreat. That's what I'm planning to use for Conundrum, because I think I got 100 yards, which should be enough. I hope. We'll see. But anyway, speaking of long dogs, ooh, cool! I got a rainbow. Anyway, squirrel. Sorry. This is right now the only long dog I'm working on, which is You Belong to Me. So this is the nice Egyptian uh, sort of thing that's going on. So all sorts of little Egyptian things, little motifs. So I've got this first part done. So now I'm working on this middle part. So it's 3 sections of 4 pages each. So I've got 4 pages out of 12 done. And it is on this really pretty papyrus uh, by Fabric Flare. So it's got this really cool, there you go, sort of design to it. Unfortunately, I have I have it all rolled up from what I've done before. So if you want to take a look a couple weeks ago, I did have this undone to show you everything that's been done there. But for for this, so I started this at the retreat. I did the row, and I think maybe a tiny bit of this person. But now I'm on this kind of large, wingy eye motif down here right now. Sorry, let me get that. Well, I can't really get that thread out of the way, unfortunately, because I pulled it forward. But you can't really, because of the way the sun's going, you can't really tell that much. But it is variegated. It is what I think they call that tonally variegated, I believe, where it's like it's the same color but it just goes darker and lighter. Also, for you guys who weren't here last week, that is the little inn that we stayed at Neil Springs. That's where the retreat was. And yes, it's just as cute as it looks like uh, in that. Actually, it's even cuter than how it looks and that needle minder. Oh wait, something that they reminded me of at the retreat, and I haven't done in months and months and months. Oh, there we go. Okay. Anyway, so this is what I'm using. You really cannot. The light is making it weird. You really cannot see the variegation in the thread at all, which is very strange. But you can absolutely see it when you when you see the actual project itself. So it's kind of crazy. It's a Silks for You. I don't remember what color it is. I do have an email that says it somewhere. So if you guys really are interested, I can find out that color for you. As far as I know, I don't think it's retired. I think she's still making it. So um, it's a nice kind of I don't know, kind of a cobalty blue. I'm not really sure how else to explain it. Um, so yeah, it's a really nice color. So the other one I was working on, yeah, it's in one of these little bags, but whatever. It still works. This is the one that I was telling you that I've been a bit obsessed with, and I don't know why. Oh, it's 200 by 200, so yeah, that's why. And it's not full coverage, but I mean, there's a lot on here. So this is the Christmas Bell Sampler by Heartstring Samplers. So obviously, this is the words from a more traditional sort of Christmas song. The story behind this is she was supposed to release Carol of the Bells last year, and apparently there was an issue uh, with getting the rights to use the words, and so she came up with this one instead, the Christmas Bell Sampler, um, which is a good song as well. And so far, I have not heard anything about getting the rights. So I, this year it still hasn't been released, so I don't know if she just gave up or what's going on. So this is Country French Cafe Mocha, 16 count. I believe the Long Dog is also 16 count. Ada by Witchelt. So there we go. Oops, hold on. Let me move this cat so you can see the rest of the fabric. There we go. All right. So, I am probably somewhere, probably about a third done. I would have to say. There we go. So I'm about halfway done on the. This is right at the bottom. This is very very close to the bottom, and obviously that's the top there. So I am close to halfway done with the border, which is not hard, but there's two greens, two reds, and the silver. So, there's a lot of color changes in there. And then, as you can see um, with the gray, I love that. Again, that's kind of a um, tonal sort of variegation there, which is really pretty. So, yeah, a third, maybe if a little bit more than a third, not a half yet though. That I am a little worried that I'm gonna run out of some of these colors though. This is Cauldron. Classic Colorworks is the gray. That I should be okay on. Um, it's the greens, the two greens that I'm a little concerned about, but we'll see. It is what it is. Yeah, so that's actually all of the stitching I have done. Um, Sorry, this part is going to be a little low this time. Um, I lost my stitchy bug for a while. There was just some personal stuff that was going on. And while I've mostly got it back, I'm still not stitching as much as I used to before. Um, and, hopefully that'll change. I know, the holidays can be kind of crazy, but we'll see. I still want to stitch, so not, you know, that's not going to change, I don't, hopefully, but, um, you know, maybe hopefully I'll get a little bit more time to stitch or a little bit more not even time, more desire. Honestly, I've been spending a lot of time in Minecraft, and that's been kind of taking up a lot of time. I don't know why, I'm just kind of really into Minecraft right now. So that's been taking up a few hours of my life. All right. So I'm gonna do haul. There's no real stitchy haul. Last week at the LNS, we did a whole big thing, which was great. We did a murder mystery. I guess I should have talked about that. Where we were stitching, and there was a murder mystery, in between, kind of stitching times. And I was George Swanson, I believe was his name. He was kind of the grandfather of the town, um, and my wife was part of the stitching group. Um, so that was really fun. I ended up not really having much of a part. I didn't. My wife did not kill anybody, and I did not kill anybody. So neither of us were the murderers, thankfully. So you know, but it was really fun. So we stitched. We had a murder mystery. We actually had a fire pit outside the parking lot. We had hot dogs and s'mores, which was amazing. So yeah, it was really fun last week. So I didn't actually buy anything because we were kind of all doing, all that kind of stuff. So, but who knows? Who knows what I might find this week? So, so what I'll do is let me show you real quick some of my haul from the bookstore. I don't remember. I might have shown this last week, and if I did, I apologize. I found a little Alexander Hamilton because, oh, yeah, actually, wait, there we go. Hamilton, Jefferson, Madison, Washington, and Burr. So yes, I have my Hamilton shirt on this week. But yeah, so he's a finger puppet, and he also has a magnet in the back of his head. So he is going on my fridge. So yes, I have a Hamilton on my fridge because why not? The other thing I think I might have shown. Oh, look at this. This is Spooky, the cat at the bookstore. So he he's in he's kind of well, he's really their mascot. So this is an actual, honest to God, working um, pocket watch. There we go. I got it open there. So it is actually. Can you see it? There we go. Yeah, you can actually see that it's working. Now, whether it's to the right time, I don't know. But it is also, obviously, an Eye of Agamotto from Doctor Strange. So, yeah, so that's actually super, super cool. All right. So those are two things I might have shown last week. The new stuff. So I got a couple of old Doctor Strange comics. A lot of these are ones that are not particularly. They're not particularly rare. They're not in particularly great shape. But it is nice to have older comics. This is from '81. Looks like they're both from '81. So this is number 50 and number 46. This one has Clea on it, who is actually going to be in the next Doctor Strange movie, or in some Doctor Strange, or some Marvel. So that's kind of cool. So there's Doctor Strange over here, obviously, and Clea over here. So that's number 50. And then number 46, I don't know if that's supposed to be Clea or what, but it was a very trippy sort of cover, so I enjoyed that. So these were $5 each, um, which and they're in pretty good shape. I have actually opened them up to look at them, but the covers are in good shape. There's no tears, no kind of foxing at the edges. Yeah, I know, nerdy. So yeah, those are kind of cool. So that's those two things. Whoops. And also, so this is kind of weird. I've never seen a Doctor Strange or any comic, a comic like in a book form. So it really is literally like a little novel. Stan Lee presents Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts. So yeah, there you go, all in full color. So it is actually, so it's like a um, mini graphic novel or something. So you can see how small it is as compared to like the comic. See? See how much smaller it is? It's literally like book sized. So, and I think that might be Clea on the back again. So there you go. So yeah, I just obviously you can see not super cheap, but again, it's in really good shape for being as old as it is. I don't actually know what year this is. My guess would also be early '80s, but I'll need to look that one up. And then the last one is a modern. graphic novel. This is Doctor Strange, Surgeon Supreme. So I'm not really sure. Oh, okay. So his hands have been healed, and now he wants to be both the Sorcerer Supreme and a surgeon because he was a neurosurgeon to start. So that is apparently what the theme is. So it's really beautiful art in here. So yeah, is that Wong? No, I don't know who that is. Anyway, yeah, this is really pretty art. So yeah, that's the Doctor Strange haul. Like I said before, I'm not going to show the couple of things I got from my husband, just in case. Um, I think there were a couple of graphic novels. Um, oh, there is one more thing I got that was not a comic. As you know, I'm a little obsessed with Sherlock Holmes as well, and so this is the man who created Sherlock Holmes, the life and times of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. So he really, you know, Doyle himself had a pretty interesting and uh, very book worthy sort of life. I've watched some biographies on him, like videos and such. Um, and yeah, he definitely had some interesting stuff going on. There you go. It's a nice picture of him when he was younger. But yeah, so I have not looked into this yet. Um, but yeah, I mean, he definitely had an interesting life, and so I am looking forward to reading this. But yeah, so that's that. So that was all the haul. Okay, I gotta get this. This is getting in the sun there. It's getting in my eyes. So that was all the stuff at the bookstore. The only other thing I want to show you guys wasn't exactly Stitchy kindness because I did pay for them, but it was kindness in the fact that the person was nice enough to look at this for me. So one of my LNS people, she was going to Disney, and I had her look out for any Figment stuff because uh, as much as I am obsessed with bees and with Figment, I mean with bees and with otters, I am also very obsessed with Figment. Um, so she actually brought me back a few things. So this is a come on, you're gonna okay. Yeah, the light's kind of okay. Sorry, the light's kind of screwing it up. Come on, focus, focus, focus. I'm sorry if it's not focusing, but anyway, a Figment with a top hat. Ah, there we go. That's it right there. Figment with the top hat with the Epcot logo behind it for Epcot's 40th anniversary. And also, Figment is the, I guess, official-ish mascot for the Food and Wine Festival. So this says, "Paint your palette purple, Epcot International Food and Wine Festival 2022." See if I can get this out of the sun again. Wow. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there you go. Uh, where did I have it that it would focus? There we go. All right. So there we go. Paint your palette purple. Food and Wine Festival. And we got the Figment over here with a fork. And it looks like a chef's hat. Yeah. So that, and then the last one is really kind of strange but cool. It's called a fig pin. So it's uh, more like a broachy sort of pin that you would wear, as opposed to like wearing a lanyard. This would be more like one that you'd like wearing a shirt or a jacket. It's a lot bigger, obviously. Well, there we go. Ah, that's it right there. And it's very strange the way that it's colored, like it's like the shading and such. But yep, that's Figment coming at you. So called a fig pin. So there you go. So that's kind of cool. Limited edition collectible pin. 683. I guess maybe 683 is the number of like if there were 1,000 made or whatever. I don't know. Not honestly sure. Again, I haven't been able to look any of this stuff up, So, and I know she doesn't watch it, but just on the odd case, thank you, Win, for finding those things for me. I appreciate it. It was not a cheap endeavor, but it was worth it because all three of those are super super cool. All right. So that is pretty much close to the end here. Um, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other weeks, and then we'll be all set. So once again, just in case I forget, um, please like, please comment, please subscribe. Obviously, I don't get paid for any of this stuff. That just helps me in the YouTube algorithm. Um, Helps more people try to find me. So that's always nice. You know, I do this because I want people to enjoy what I do. Enjoy watching what I'm stitching on and such. So, um, yeah. So, like I said, I have three things that I do of the week at the very end. So, first off is going to be the Stitchy website of the week. Um, and honestly, I've gone through a lot of the regular um, cross stitch places, so I've been doing a lot of Etsy. Although I might go back since it's been a while and start doing some more cross stitch places again. But this is Thread Zoner on Etsy, and once again, I'll have the website down below. Um, they have a lot of really cool kind of folksy stuff. And kind of sampler sort of things. They have a really cool, what looks like kind of a plague doctor one, which I want to get. Somebody had shown that to me yesterday, I think, and so I'm definitely going to grab that soon. They also have a cool Baba Yaga um, um, pattern that's really neat. So they're definitely worth looking at. Like I said, it'll be below, so take a look. The non-stitchy website of the week is going to be Alton Brown's Baked Macaroni and Cheese. Since it is just before Thanksgiving in the United States, I know you Canadians have already had yours, so sorry, it's too late. Um, this is something that I did last year for Thanksgiving, and it is absolutely amazing. Sorry, I was playing with Alex. I had on my finger there. It's really, really, really good. And it's pretty simple. It's got a few ingredients. It's not the simplest mac and cheese. Um, but it is absolutely worth it. It is super good, and you will love it. I promise. Unless you don't like macaroni and cheese, and then what are you doing? So, but no, it really is good, and I thought maybe this would be good for any Americans who might be looking for something for Thanksgiving, something to do. Um, Again, link will be below, and yeah, just follow the recipe. And I think the only thing I did was I think I did. Maybe I didn't put in the paprika. No, maybe I did put in the paprika. But anyway, it also has mustard powder, which you think would be weird, but it's not much, and it just gives it a little bit of tang, which is really really good. So I can highly recommend this recipe. Um, I have been requested to do my regular um, green pea casserole this year, so I won't be doing it for Thanksgiving. I may end up doing it for Christmas. We'll see. I don't know. But I would like to do it sometime this year because it's really good. All right. So the last one is going to be the bee fact of the year. Bee fact of the year. Bee fact of the week. There we go. Words. Although wow, words. Although bears do like honey, they prefer to eat the bee larva. I'm going to assume that's a whole thing of like, it's more protein and such. Um, I'm sure bee larva would be lots of protein for bears that wouldn't try to um, get fat for the winter. So, yeah, so that is really about it. About 45 minutes. That's not too bad. A little under. But yeah, that should be good. Hopefully, I'll be able to do a giveaway next week. That would be awesome. Um, so yeah, just have a great week. Stitch well. Hope the frog monster doesn't find you. And from Selena. Oh, I forgot to mention this is my cat Selena over here, little black monster. This is B. He's a, as you can tell, he's a little bee from um, Minecraft. And this is B scoring you because, he just is. Oh, he lost his name tag. It used to have my Sebastian name tag on the bottom. But anyway, apparently they got lost. So, from the four of us, I want to go ahead and say, have a good week. Bye.